we in the right place?
Bro, is this like on live for you?
It is now.
Oh, is it just gone live now?
Okay, enough of that. Yes, people. Welcome back to another stream. Sorry, it was acting up there. It wasn't saying we were live, and then turns out we are. I went onto the YouTube app and saying we weren't live. We are live, right?
My thing still says we're not live.
Chat, can you see and hear us? Yeah.
Because mine still doesn't say live, but then it must be.
Oh, we are. Look.
Oh, there we go. I can hear myself. Yes, we are live. Yes, Stones Bear. Yes.
Yeah, well,
right. Good job. I'm telling you, there isn't a day that goes by without City Xtra having some form of a technical issue. But that wasn't our fault there, Mr. Murray. That was all down to Mr. StreamYard.
StreamYard, man. StreamYard. Always, any technical difficulties, always blame on StreamYard. But anyways, welcome to the building. It feels like it's been ages since I last spoke to you. Anyway, I know you did the watch along and you did a few bits after the Liverpool game, but I've been out and about. I've been busy. Good to see you all. Hope you're all doing well. The stream has started, man. Buddy's playing with us.
Buddy firing shots. Stones Bears coming clutch there. Draw tomorrow is 11 a.m. Thank you very much. Was literally just asking that before the stream. So for people asking, the draw is tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. It is the route to the final, which is the last ever Champions League draw as well. But we'll get into that in a second. Yeah, man, it's been a while. How are you feeling after Liverpool? You feeling confident? Are you feeling deflated?
I feel fine. I haven't done any content. This is the first piece of content I've done post Liverpool. I was
been a busy guy.
I had a stomach bug. I was sick. I was doing all sorts of stuff. But I feel today. I feel all right. I feel all right. Like once we didn't lose, it was kind of the main thing for me. I think people jump to conclusions too quickly after like one game. You know what I'm saying? Like if one team drops points in one game, or one team puts in a great performance in one or in a couple of games, it's like, oh, they're going to go on and win the league. The league's done. There's so many twists and turns in this league, man. There's so much to be had. There's so much to be waited for. There's derbies, North London derbies. Liverpool have to play against a few decent teams. By all accounts, we probably have on paper the easiest last sort of 10 fixtures. So you can't write us off. You definitely can't write us off. But you know, a win would have been like, yes, that's a massive statement. But look, it is what it is. We move on. We move on from Anfield. We've got more important things to talk about now. We'll start with as who's it said it? Stonesy, yeah, it says draw 11 a.m. tomorrow. The Champions League quarterfinal draw. We are there with Arsenal, Dortmund, PSG, Bayern, Real, Atletico, and Barcelona. As you say, the last ever Champions League draw. I'm very excited for it. I'm very, very excited for it because it feels like the competition is really, really starting to heat up now. You know what I'm saying? We've kind of filtered out all the teams that you would say are outsiders in terms of their chances of winning the tournament. It's now full of teams who, in their own right, will feel they could potentially win the tournament. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I feel like, by the way, I've seen someone say that my mic is so loud. Yeah, the automatic mic thing was doing me a weird one. So let me know if this is right. If not, I'll turn it down some more. We are live streaming the draw, Ethan. And yeah, I feel like it's going into potentially being one of the strongest quarterfinals of a Champions League that I've seen in a long time. Every favourite has won, which is mad. Yeah. Like the teams that basically it's you look at it, it's going, oh, who would I rather get? But in reality, all these teams are top tier teams. It's wild and it's exciting though, isn't it? It's exciting to have that. Obviously, getting involved in the Champions League, you want to be playing the best. I get you want favourable draws at times, especially after last season when we had a difficult run-in with Bayern and Real Madrid. But I just think we're gonna get we're gonna get another difficult run-in, man. It's nothing from this point onwards is gonna be easy at all.
I think we are owed by the footballing gods whatever the easier route is. But whatever
What
the
what what
easier route is.
what would you say is your favoured next round draw? Chat, you get involved as well. Who do you want in the next round?
I want Dortmund. I want Dortmund. I'd fancy us to beat Dortmund.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I want Dortmund too.
yeah.
I want Dortmund.
Chat. Who are we
Also,
saying? I think
Dortmund away. Who says no?
not me.
We
Not
don't.
me. We all
We say yes.
No, look. I think people at the start of the season were complaining that on paper it's the worst Champions League we've ever seen, and yada yada yada.
Oh yeah.
But look, all the clubs remaining, probably with the exception of Arsenal, I'm not even trying to fire a shot here, have European pedigree of some sort, to some capacity. They have real European pedigree. Now, with that said, they are big clubs left in the tournament, but I still fancy us to beat any of them over 2 legs. My issue is when you get to the final. Now, look, we have to get there first, but there's teams I would prefer not to play in the final because I think over 1 game they could potentially do us. But there's none of them I look at and go, over 2 legs, you're the favorite or you really scare me, if that makes sense. I'm looking at them all saying, if we get the away leg first, do our job there, take them back to the Etihad, we'll knock them out. All of them. Absolutely all of them. People are taking this Arsenal hype way too seriously. I'll put my tiny shed I'm in here right now on the fact that Arsenal will get nowhere near winning that trophy. They will not get near touching the Champions League trophy. I'm sorry. No one gives fuck how well you're playing them domestically when you get the Champions League nights. It's a whole different kettle of fish. You can beat Sheffield United 5-0 and Burnley 6-0. Porto are not in the same category as them. You went all the way to penalties with them. You need respect for the Champions League. Bro, how many years do we go by battering everybody in the Premier League and then we get knocked out by Lyon or Monaco or fucking some team that on paper we should be beating? Spurs, for fuck's sake. Tell you now, there's method to this madness in this competition, and we learned that the hard way, and Arsenal are going to learn that the hard way.
Let my boy cook. Let my boy cook. He brought his chef hat tonight.
People are always on my case, man, about jinxing things. Fuck jinxing, man. Fuck jinxing. I don't do ifs, buts, and maybes.
Yeah, having said that, I'd very much like to avoid Arsenal just because the English quarter-final curse. That's my one I'd love to avoid. Other than Arsenal, I think the worst. I really think the worst is probably. I was gonna say Inter because they would have been the worst for me because of the way that we're playing the final. I think Atletico would be difficult.
Atletico would be more difficult than Real. And hear me out in this one. Real Madrid will set up to win the game. That's their nature. They have to set up to win.
They'll go for it.
They'll go for it, which will open the game up, and it means if we play our game, I fancy us. Atletico will set up to make it an absolute dogfight. They'll kick us. They'll play the dark arts. They'll set up the low block. And did you see their place last night, man? That their stadium, they played Inter Milan. The place was fucking hopping.
Yeah.
Atletico, for me, will make life more difficult for us than Real Madrid. But I'd prefer to play Atletico in a one-off game. I wouldn't want to play Real in the final because they have that, the Real Madrid factor.
Real in the final, I think it'd be really difficult. I wouldn't like that. It's gonna be basically all the teams that are up there are difficult. I think Atletico for me just seems like the worst one that I could probably look at. Yes, Freddie Pie, welcome back to the Xtra Club, brother. Big up to Freddie. He says, "Hey guys, new to the channel, love the content. Cheers, Freddie Pie, mate. Glad to have you." People wondering about.
You should have been a member the whole time. You should have been a member the whole time, Freddie, man.
Yeah.
Don't try to slide back.
The fact that he's only got a gold badge, boy, is criminal. Like, that is actually criminal, isn't it? He's low key money laundering, though, isn't it?
Like, City Extra is his. Like, do you know what I mean? He should be me. He should be me, the longest serving member.
I mean, to be fair, I'm the exact same, though, innit? But I'm not even a member, like at all. I'm probably bronze badge. Like that's terrible.
I want to get rid of mine. I want to get rid of mine, but I can't do it now out of just principle.
Nah, you're ingrained to heart with it now, bro. Why are you cooking a new member? On that though, for Xtra Club members, we're gonna be obviously the podcast is fully recorded all the way throughout. We do post clips of the podcast on the channel now. Xtra Club members are gonna be able to. I think I'm posting the full episode of episode 3 tonight. Basically, you can watch the full podcast because there's like other bits in it. Do you know what I mean? So you get the extended cut basically of the extra time podcast, so that you can do that. And also, Bossman Freddie Pie will be on it very shortly.
Buddy.
The people have spoken. People want Freddie on it, and Freddie wants to be on it. So, you want a sneak peek at Freddie's face?
I will be tuning in. I will be tuning in.
Yes, and when Hugh's over, we'll draft Hugh in.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, I'll do it. I want to do a podcast. I like podcasts.
Yeah. Pie says,
right,
I
anyway.
do the sports washing here. And that's very true, Pie. You do all the sports washing. Very, very true.
Yeah. Just give 500 subs there, something we'll call it. We'll put it down as tax or something. With some
Yeah, we'll put it. Yeah. We'll funnel it in. We'll funnel it in somewhere. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyways, right, back to serious talk, guys. There's 180 in the building. Make sure you've all hit the like button. It's free to do, and subscribe if you're new around here. So can we collectively agree? Look, I know this is going to sound really contradictory, but I still don't want to draw Arsenal. They're the team I want to face the least, just because of the whole English.
It's the quarterfinal curse. Yeah, it's the quarterfinal curse. Do not want to draw Arsenal. But, right, having said that, over 2 legs against Arsenal, I think we win. Genuinely.
I think we do.
But then, present me with the opportunity, I don't want it.
No, I think we beat them, but I would hate the feeling of the whole vibe around it. I would hate it. Like, I've been to the Emirates loads of times when we've beaten them, when we've lost to them. Obviously, they won just in October. There's very few places worse to be after you lose the game than the Emirates. I'll tell you that for a fact, people. There's very few places worse because their fans are so yappa, 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 yappa. They're pack of dickheads essentially when they win the game.
I mean, so you know Denver.
I do.
He's one of the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to avoid them. I think a great thing would be like if Real, Atletico, and Arsenal all end up on one side, and we end up on the other side with like Dortmund, PSG, and I'd even have a Bayern, man. I'd have Bayern Munich. I think they're absolutely rubbish under Tuchel. I think they're totally underperforming. You can't get a tune out of them. They're relying on Harry Kane. They're throwing away the Bundesliga. I'd have Bayern, no problem. And I'd go back to Munich. I was in Munich last season. That was great fun. I'd love Barcelona. That's my number one. It's my number one destination is Barcelona. I'd like Dortmund for footballing reasons as well as it's a good destination. We were there last season. But I'd love to go to Barcelona, man. We owe them one. We owe Barcelona one, I think.
Yeah.
They've taken this with us too many times.
I agree. I think we owe Barca one. We definitely owe Barca one. I think that'd be a good shout, to be fair. Yeah, I kind of overlooked Barca completely. I weren't really thinking about it as like an actual thing. But yeah, I'd like Barca. I think Barca would be good. My top is Dortmund, like the same as you there, footballing reasons and away day reasons. But Barcelona would be quite good. I think that'd probably be my second favourite, and then I'd probably go as. I don't think Bayern would be my third favourite. I don't know why.
Munich's good fun. Munich was good.
You know, I've been there. Away day purposes, yeah, great. But I mean, just as like I know they're not playing well under Tuchel, but I just have this fear of Harry Kane. I think potentially PSG, which stinks. I know because they got Mbappe in that, but they lose their head. They throw the toys at the pram all the time.
I would just hate the media circus around Haaland versus Mbappe. It would just do my head in. It would just do my head in for some reason, and I don't know. I don't like the idea of going to Paris. I don't like the idea of going to Paris.
Paris ain't a good away day. But he says, bro, said away day is a reason as if his plastic ass would actually go. Brother, I've been more European away days than you know.
He has, man. He has.
Better European away days. They're the best. If anyone's listening who hasn't been to European away days, go.
Yeah, definitely.
Honestly. top
He's not been
tier.
on the away days because he's been giving you guys content, man. He's been making content. But are we allowed to say that we've collectively agreed we're going to the next round?
Yeah, yeah. We've
Yeah.
collectively agreed. Me, Hugh, Ollie, Freddie are all gonna go to the quarterfinal,
Yep. Damn right,
which is
man.
gonna be
Damn right.
good, man. Which is why I'm
Yeah.
praying for Dortmund. Praying for Dortmund.
We was there last season, man. We were all together in Dortmund last season.
Mm-hmm. Perfect, man. Khalid says, when's the draw? The draw's tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be up bright and early. Something that is a little bit of a side note, yeah, which is Mib just just a side note. Freddie Pie just put Dortmund stunk, and the reason Freddie Pie put Dortmund stunk is because Freddie offered 3 pints to anyone who went up to him and recognised him as City Extra, and also he kept drinking with his wrong hand, which was against the rules, and they got very drunk. Mid-mate raises a good point. So this is the last ever Champions League draw as we know it. From next season onwards, we're going to be seeing computers. So it's going to be all computerized, the draw, which people have raised concerns about that, saying the potential that people could hack it, or it's more easy to be rigged. Apparently they're going to have 10, I don't know, adjudicator, whatever they want to call it, 10 auditors. 10 other auditors watching it happen, kind of thing, to make sure that it's fine. But I mean, because they're saying because the amount of teams that are going in, it'll take 3 to 4 hours to do the draw if they did it manually.
What fuck, man? Take 3 to 4 hours. Cut out all the waffling in between the draw and
Exactly.
the waffling before the draw, and just pull the fucking balls out of the hat. Stop all the. No one wants to hear random footballers talking on stage about their great experiences. We're all there to see who we've drawn. I think it's crap. We're giving even more influence over the games to UEFA, even more than they already have. I don't trust it, but look, what can I do, man? What can I do? Well, all we can do is run with it.
End of the day, there's nothing that we can do to change it now. They've already fully announced it, haven't they? So they're fully committed to the cause of this new format. So it is what it is. And obviously there is a fully new format. Did me and you discuss this new format on a stream once? I can't remember. I can't remember.
I still don't fully understand it.
So it's a massive league table, still with seeded teams, and you play 8 games, 4 home, 4 away. But it's not like you play the same team home and away like we do now. It's just all different teams, which is wild. I think it's just weird, man. Games. So we're getting more games. And then what's that, brother? I know. And then to qualify, but there's going to be a playoffs. So the people who finish in the top 8, I think, in the top 8, they go automatically into the last 16. The rest of the league do playoffs, which stinks. So, because there's more teams in there, honestly, I'm probably not really explaining it very well, but it's a different format. I heard rumors that they were going to cancel it and just stick with this, but yeah, it's not. It's not it. Super League sounds better than this, but yeah, people will say that, but it's just we're sticking with UEFA.
Yeah, I get you have to keep evolving and growing football as best as possible to prevent it going stale. But look, I don't know. Look, we can all sit here and say this isn't the one, this is the one. You know, like let's just wait and see how it pans out. I suppose there's no point in.
It could. Yeah. Arthur's Bush says formats change every 20 to 30 years. It's normal. We'll get used to it. We'll get used to the new format 100%. We'll definitely get used to it. It's just something that it's going to be a style changer, and it's going to be I think a lot of legacy fans, as City likes to call them, won't like it. A lot of us who just used to this Champions League format won't like it. Younger fans will be then introduced to the format quite early, and they'll know no different. You know what I mean? So that's just the way it is. Yeah, same with Prem.
I mean, look, from our perspective, it might be welcomed in terms of the format, because the group stages is a bit of a formality for us every season anyway. We kind of walk the group stages, so it might add a bit more spice to it. Like, let's be real, City fans don't really start to think seriously about the Champions League till after Christmas. The group stages is always kind of like we're already talking about by the beginning of it. When can we start to put second string players out? Like by game week 5 or 6, can we start to put out younger players and give them runs? So look, switch it up. We'll see what happens. All I'll say is never ever trust UEFA, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So
yeah,
it is
very, very, very true. But he says, was Jordan around when the UEFA Cup was a thing? I was. In fact, I remember the Hamburg game. I went to the Hamburg game where we got knocked out and Elano hit the crossbar like fucking 4 times. Yeah, I think it finished 2-2. I went with my uncle to that. And very nicely, a guy gave us a free ticket to that at the ground. Was queuing up to get a ticket. And a guy gave us a free ticket.
Big up him.
Guy behind us. Which is nice, isn't it? See? Some people are nice.
Right. We'll park Champions League there for the minute. We will be live tomorrow at about 10:30ish, 11:15 for the Champions League draw.
Probably do 10:30. We could do like a bit of a predictor thing. We did that last time. A bit of a predictor. See what's going on.
Do you want to do one now? Do you want to do one now just to see what the crack?
Yeah, we can get it up. There's a good website that does it.
Chat, put a W in the chat if you want us to do a predicted draw. If not, we'll just move it on. I love these predicted draws. I think they're so fun, man. Put a W.
Predicted draws are great. Yeah, W's in the chat if you want to do a predicted draw. A predicted draw now. What just curse it? Just curse it, right? And if Arsenal gets drawn, the stream ends just like that. It ends instantly.
What's the website called, man? What's the website? Well, you do professionally this thing there. What's the website called?
Yeah. I'm not. If you just Google Draw Simulator, Freddie's got a sick combat account. If you do Draw Simulator, yes, fresh to 5. Give the memberships. Big up, mate. Buddy got one. Yes, Buddy Mojis. Yes, Mojis. Captain Harris MF and Alfred Mayaki. Yes. Big up to those guys who got gifted a membership by the GOAT. That is Professional Idioso. So big up Professional Idiot, mate. Sigh in the mud. Still sighs in the mud.
That's the last round. I'm trying to find this round.
It's a weird one though, isn't it? Because it does. So we're getting the route to the final tomorrow. So we get to see where we stand with it. UCL draw.
Is Freddie knocking about there? Doesn't he have a decent one?
Chat, does anyone know a good one? Simulator. UCL draw simulator. Freddie's got a proper sick one. I can't remember what it is. Home away ties. Crucial. Exactly, Mib. Exactly, mate. We definitely need home away ties. I'm on one called Draw Simulator. Quarterfinal draw 1x1. Yeah, we press that. Is that going to work? I don't think he's injured. Oh, you're on about Kev. Yeah, we'll get on to Kev very shortly. We'll just do a draw sim. We'll get on to the Kevin De Bruyne news.
Okay, I think I have it.
I've got one here. It's when you just type in Champions League Draw Simulator, it comes up. It's on drawsimulator.com.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so you randomly just press draw.
Yeah. Okay, I'll share screen. I have one, chat. We have one. Hit the like button. We're about to do the unofficial Champions League draw.
And today we have ex-player Hugh Murray, prolific striker here who's going to take the balls out for this draw. Hugh scored 50 goals across one season.
I've got great memories in the Champions League. Like, I won at no times, but I've got great memories playing in the Champions League, for Tranmere Rovers. Anyways, let's let's move into the Champions League draw.
Here we go. Right, zoom in. Control plus it. Zoom in. My eyes can't see that. My eyes are bad.
Control plus.
Yeah, keep spamming that.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. One more. Whoa, look at that. Beautiful. Scored 50 goals on FIFA Street, lad.
Right.
Where did Hugh go? Who's this Scouse guy? He's not actually Irish. The Irish is an accent that he puts on.
Okay, right. We've got Arsenal, Bayern, Dortmund, Atletico, Barca, Real Madrid, PSG, Manchester City. First team.
There is absolute blockbuster ties there,
Yeah, there is. Right. First team out of the bag. Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Right. So if we get this draw, it means we have Barca away, and that's what I said I wanted, isn't it?
Barca away. Buzz
Two.
in.
Arsenal.
Oh, Barcelona. Oh, Barcelona.
Okay. Right. Who's out? Dortmund.
Oh, Dortmund. This is the one. Dortmund away.
This is the one we want, chat. This is the one we want, chat. No.
No, Atletico, which means we're Real Madrid or PSG.
Okay.
Real Madrid or PSG.
Manchester City.
And it's the home leg. Oh,
Bayern Munich.
oh yeah, Bayern. I forgot Bayern was in there.
So that means we have PSG versus Real Madrid.
Madrid.
Yeah,
I'd take that,
doesn't
says
give us
Stonesy
the-
Bear. Would you
doesn't
take
let us
it?
do the full route. Yeah, would you? 100%. I'd take Bayern first round. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'd take it. I'd take it. It's not the worst. Real Madrid would be the worst draw. Other than Arsenal.
That's a cracker there. PSG, Real Madrid.
PSG, Real Madrid. Best believe that'll be on the same time as City.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right. So there's our prediction chat. We have Bayern in the quarterfinal. It doesn't let us do the full route, but we
Yeah, the actual thing is too complicated.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
as Rafe said, it'll take 8 hours.
Make sure you all hit the like button. There's 300 of you in the building. Let's move it on to Lucas Paqueta, who scored tonight for West Ham, and he was taken off. He was subbed off. He didn't look too happy about being subbed off. I'm trying to find the news about Paqueta. There was news, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's a little bit of news about it on. I think Freddie posted it. I'll have a look in a sec. Yeah, I've not actually. I seen that West Ham went 1-0. Did West Ham go through then? Yeah.
Bro, they won like 4 or 5-0.
Did they? No wonder. I seen Steve, West Ham fan, was in here before. No wonder he was giving it big and loving it, loving life. Bit of 5-0 against Freiburg. It's good to see.
I'd love West Ham to win that.
I'd love West Ham to win the Europa League.
Yeah,
to win the Euro to the conference and then win the Europa, that'd be sick. Watkins has gone off injured in the Villa game. Is there Prem on today?
Yeah.
Or is it Villa playing in Europe?
Oh, they're playing Ajax, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they are.
Where's the Paqueta news, man? I don't see anything about Paqueta.
Well, there was Paqueta news the other day, so we can just still talk about. I still remember what we were talking about the other day. So City apparently going to be interested in signing Lucas Paqueta in the summer. Which Freddie said it was actually from a good source as well, so that's good to hear.
Oh, it was Talbot, wasn't it? Was it your man Talbot?
Yeah. So City going for Paqueta.
Jack Gaughan, bro. Jack Gaughan is on it. Seen today?
Jack Gaughan's on it.
Jack Gaughan today says Man City are willing to wait for Lucas Paqueta, who is seen as an obvious long-term replacement for Bernardo Silva, with the FA remaining tight-lipped on alleged betting breaches and the player still in the dark.
Yes. So the last we heard was the Brazil manager basically said that he's got no cases against him at this moment in time, and then also you've got other news coming out about us wanting him, and now you've got this from Jack Gaughan coming out and saying, right, well, we're willing to wait until summer. Let's see what go on with it. I think City have basically got this deal everything but over the line. I think everything is sorted. It's sorted with West Ham. It's sorted with Paqueta. I think it's literally just about tapping it in as soon as the charges are cleared.
Yeah, I would say so. He does seem like a natural Bernardo Silva replacement. I can see why the club are viewing it that way. I mean, chat, what do you guys think? Is Bernardo going to go this summer? And what do you think, bro? Do you think this is the summer he finally goes?
In my opinion, I think he goes this year. I've said this every year for the past 4 years, but I think he goes this year, bro. I think this is it. I think finally this is his swan song. I think this is it for Bernardo Silva. There's a rumor that apparently he's available for £50 million with a release clause in his contract. Not sure if that's true or not, but apparently that's a thing. £50 million in summer. So I reckon he'll end up somewhere. somewhere else.
He's 29, man. Like, where are you gonna go? Do you know what I mean? Where are you gonna go? That's gonna give you the best chance of winning, the best team, the best manager.
I,
I
I
don't get it.
I don't think he's after that. I think Bernardo Silva is happy with the current career that he's had, with the chance of winning the Champions Leagues but he's still top tier, man. He's world class, Bernardo Silva. I think a drawn content says Benfica 50 mil. I think he wants to leave here definitely, but not. He's not too fussed about, like, if he was purely focused on challenging for trophies, he'd stay at Manchester City. There'd be no reason for him to leave. Is it the best club? We are the best club right now, suited to be challenging for every single trophy that comes up against us. Like, I don't think there's another team in the world that I'd rather be at for challenging on all fronts.
Yeah, I suppose then, just to play devil's advocate to my own argument, he's still young enough to get involved in another project and a new
Yeah.
challenge for himself. So you could kind of, I suppose, in that sense, you could kind of see him go anywhere, couldn't you? You could see him going to Italy, Spain, and anywhere, I suppose.
We know that his plan was by 30 to be at Benfica. That was his long-term game plan. He wanted to go to Barcelona a few years ago, spend 3 seasons at Barca or whatever it was, and then go to Benfica. He had this like roadmap in his head of what he wanted to do.
That won't happen, man. He's 30 in August. He's 30 in August. I could see him going to Barcelona. I could see that.
But then how are they going to afford 50 mil?
How do they afford any of the players they have? Do you know what I mean?
That's
there's
levers.
some mad shit
What they do is they make a company and they rent out that company to something else and they sell off that part of it. Like, I mean, they rent out the car park, sell the car park or whatever.
He'll be the best player in whatever league he goes to, Bernardo Silva. I'll be good at, but as I say, Paqueta isn't a bad replacement. Paqueta is, what age is Paqueta now? Is he 26, 27?
I think he's 27 or 28. I can't remember. It could be younger.
He's 27. He's 28 in August. So he's 2 years younger than Bernardo Silva. He's extremely versatile, really technically gifted player. I speak quite a bit on this channel about like street footballers, like footballers with flair. They're not robotic and they're not meticulous. He plays the game the way he likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't know what Pep allowed him to do that. That's a different question, but that's the kind of player you're bringing in the door. He's a very free-flowing, expressive player. And I suppose in many ways, Bernardo Silva is a free-flowing, expressive player because he floats all around the pitch, doesn't he? And he's really technically gifted as well. So Paqueta is I'm with you, bro. I think it's done. I think everything's done. I think there's a fee agreed. I think there's transfer. I think there's agent fees agreed. I think his wages. I think everything is agreed. They're just waiting for the final green light that he's not getting done for betting. I mean, if he does get done for the betting thing, we probably have to find an alternative. But
if he gets done for betting, I think we'll be moving to like a Florian Wirtz, something like that. I think City will just accept they have to go for a bit more cash. It's a risky move from City because it means we're missing out on our main target again. I just think the Paqueta deal is something that's pretty much done. Goals we played for Bernardo Silva in the squad. I think he's a very, very talented player. I think we're all going to have to get our dancing shoes on because I imagine he'll score quite a bit in this team. And yeah, I think, there's this sight of our players doing the sound. Like, imagine him celebrating with Haaland doing the dance. Like, I just can't see that. Brother, I can't see Haaland doing that. But I think Paqueta will be a great sign. I think he'll be the first one through the door, pending betting charges being cleared.
Lucas Paqueta himself needs to really, really push for this, man. He needs to really push for answers off the relevant authorities or whoever is the FA that's dealing with this. He needs to really push for it because, look, he's got maybe a year or two where he's still at the age kind of bracket where City will go from. Like, we're not going to get him when he's 29, 30. I just refuse to believe we're going to sign him when he's 29, 30. So he needs to push over the next 3, 4 months, 3, 4, 5 months, right up to August maybe, for answers and say, look, this is my career we're dealing with here. You're putting it on hold by not, like, this is going on, what, 6, 7 months now, his betting allegations. So, I mean,
it's costing money, not even just, I mean, yeah, Ivan Toney's already done a whole betting sentence out of football. He's done a ban in the time that now Paqueta's having to wait for anything to even do with it because he's still playing football now, and then he could be hit with a ban at any time, and City aren't going to risk that. City won't risk it until it's very much clear.
No, they won't. So he needs to push, man, if he wants this for his career, because we are the best destination for him, obviously, and we'll give him the best opportunity at winning the major trophy. So, for his own sake, he needs to really push. He needs to start putting pressure on the FA for answers. But look, that's the word from Jack Gunn and from, is it Jack's Talbot, or Jake Talbot or something? The
Yeah,
other day,
I
Freddie
can't
sent
remember his first name. Can't remember his first name.
in.
But yeah, that's your Paqueta news anyway, which is it's a good sign, man. It's a good sign that that City pretty much over the line with it. We just need the go ahead from.
I'd love him. I'd get so excited. I love players
I'd
with
be so
flair.
gassed. Yeah, it's like say street footballer vibes.
Yeah, imagine him and Foden street footballing it out in the pitch, man. That'd be so
Bro.
fun to watch. They're
Yeah.
both those instinctive one touch if they need to, off the cuff kind of thing. It's not like, oh, they'll refuse to do something because it's not part of the plan of the play. They'll if their instinct and their gut says in this moment in time, flick it or do something really flary, and they back themselves to do it, they'll just do it, and that's really exciting from a fan perspective to watch a player like that. And like you say, the idea of Paqueta playing with Haaland in front of him, with maybe De Bruyne beside him, or Foden beside him, Doku even, Grealish. Like there's so many sick combinations you can think of that would get the neutral, or unless you're a total hater, should be excited with the idea of seeing a player of Paqueta's style in this Manchester City team. Now the big fear, of course, bro, would be that Pep does what he did with Grealish and says, "Here's these handcuffs. You are no longer to do that."
The freedom of the game is no longer yours, my friend. You play under my reins now. Pep sits there and strips him of all flair. But yeah, that's it's exciting times though. And then the last piece of news, because we won't spend too much on this because not really too much into it. But Kevin De Bruyne has picked up a groin injury and is missing out from the international squad for the friendlies, which means that we're gonna probably not have Kevin De Bruyne ready for the weekend. It's unfortunate, especially with a big game against Newcastle. And then obviously he's got 2 weeks. Then we play Arsenal. Now I'm hoping hopefully it's a good choice. Hopefully now is like the last we get to see of Kev's injuries, and obviously it's come at a good time, given the fact that we got a 2 week international break, and then we play Arsenal. But really, we would need to have him back for that Arsenal game. It's really unfortunate that he's not ready for this weekend, or that he's potentially not ready for this weekend. Obviously, we'll hear more from Pep tomorrow. But
I don't think there's anything wrong with him at all. I think he's perfectly fine. I mean, there was no issue with him at Anfield.
you
There
know
was no
what?
issue with him at Anfield. He was.
Are we
hooked
playing
off.
the game?
Pep's doing what Alex Ferguson used to do. Look, I believe if Belgium had some really important World Cup qualifiers or Euros qualifiers, De Bruyne would be there. But my guess is because they're friendlies. They're coming to Ireland. They're playing in Dublin now next week, Belgium. So I reckon Pep said, listen, Kev, mate, these games don't matter a toss. You've got Arsenal in 2 weeks. You ain't playing, brother. You're staying here. And you're going to chill with me for 2 weeks.
I actually think you're right, bro.
Like it's fucking coincidental, isn't it, that your most important player in the squad has a small precautionary groin injury right before the international break. The reality is we should beat Newcastle at home without Kevin De Bruyne. We should. I reckon if we were playing Arsenal this Saturday, De Bruyne would play. I believe he would.
Yeah. Well, it's a cost of keeping it alive, though, isn't it, to not play against Newcastle?
Mate, look, Klopp's done it for years. Fergie did it for years. Mourinho, Fergie used to regularly tell his top players when an international break was coming along. They'd go, "Oh, Fergie, mate, I've been selected to play for so and so, wherever the hell I'm from, and I can't wait." And he'd go, "That's great, you're not going." And they go, "What?" He go, "You're not going. We have a big game in 2 weeks." And they go, "Can't really argue with Alex Ferguson." Pep's doing it. I believe Pep is playing the game.
Yeah, I rate it.
Maybe I'm being hyper cynical, but the game's the game, man. Game's the game.
Facts. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much your catch up with us with news wise. I need to go actually play some real football now. And I'm not like Kevin De Bruyne, mate. I'm not missing out, brother. I'm gonna go play some actual football and show you how it's done. Uh, I'm gonna go play some football in it. But yeah, we've got the Champions League draw. Me and Hugh will be here tomorrow morning. Champions League draw. We'll start half an hour before, something like that. We can all have a full conversation about who we want and that, and we'll see who we get in the. We'll have the road to the final. We'll see the real ginger footballer. Yeah, we'll see who we get in the on the road to the final, and that'll be good. But yeah, the draw is tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So make sure you convert that to whatever time you're in. That's 11 o'clock a.m. UK time. Looking good, bro. I'm excited for it. Really excited for it.
Can't wait, man. I can't wait. There's it's an exciting few weeks, isn't it? You got the Champions League draw, you got Arsenal, you've got
Newcastle
also
weekend.
Newcastle. There's loads, man. There's loads. Be watch along, I assume, on Saturday evening for Newcastle.
Yes.
So yeah, make sure you're all locked in. There's lots to look forward to. We'll try and get some panels together. Big Steve as well. Whoever's about, we'll try and get it all in order. But until tomorrow morning, 10:30, set your alarms. I know I'm gonna have to set mine because my sleep schedule's all over the place right now.
Same, very much same.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, Blues. Good night and God bless. In a bit.
Oh yeah.